everybody, happy holidays. Chef Mark Estee coming to you live from the ZLINE Kitchen. I'm getting out of my typical comfort zone today, and we're gonna bake some cookies. And typical Chef Mark Estee fashion, we're gonna do 4 cookie recipes right here, right now, get them all together for you. It's gonna make a nice looking Christmas cookie plate, and I'm excited to get after it. So what we've done is, I'm gonna kind of walk through this with you at the exact same time. We're going to make soft Christmas cookies that you get to roll out, okay? And you can put them in, cut them into shapes. We're gonna do ginger cookies, which are soft also. We're gonna do a ginger snap, and we're gonna do a peanut butter kiss, which is kind of a classic holiday cookie for me, all right? So let's get started. What's the basic parts of cooking that we need when we're baking, right? We're gonna start off, we're gonna need our mixer, okay? I'm gonna use my paddle, and for the most part, as I measure all this with you today, as we go through this together, okay? I'm gonna give you the recipe as I talk about it, but the idea mostly on all these recipes is we're gonna cream together butter and sugar, okay? That's the main thing you gotta learn how to do. So that's what we're gonna use this mixer for. You can do it by hand, but using a stand mixer makes life a heck of a lot easier, okay? So a stand mixer, creaming butter and sugar, all that means is blending the butter and sugar together. The butter is usually about room temperature, so it's a little soft. You start, you beat it together, and when we cream the butter and sugar, that gives us the base for the cookies. At that point, we add in our wet ingredients, which in this case today we'll have in certain ones molasses or eggs or a little bit of water. Then we take our dry ingredients, sift them together, and we mix the dry into the wet, which will be our cream butter and sugar. So a basic cookie recipe, a basic cookie methodology is cream butter and sugar, add any liquid, which is usually eggs here. Okay, you can use water, you can omit eggs, you wanna make a vegan cookie, not a problem. Over here, dry ingredients sifted into the sift, boom, done. I mean, how easy is that, right? My pastry chef, Katie Bennett, would be rolling out her eyes at me right now when she said, "You're going to bake cookies today, Marco?" I said, "Absolutely, Katie, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna do you proud." So let's get started, all right? So for our first basic sugar cookie, okay, I don't have these committed to memory. That's one thing about baking. It's a lot different than cooking for me. So I need to have my recipes over here. So I have my recipes. I'm gonna use 3 and 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, okay? So you'll see this is a little trick that I like to use. I take a piece of parchment paper, okay? When I sift, I'll sift into this after. So 3 3/4 cup. Here's a cup, okay? Right, approximately 1, 2, let's set a little bit, 3, okay? To get to a 3/4 cup, I got my little handy dandies right here. I'm gonna go 3/4 cups, okay? Being really exact today. 1, 2, 3, okay? That is my dry ingredients of flour. I got a teaspoon of baking powder. So I have my measuring spoons right here, okay? You can't fake this one, you gotta really do it. Baking powder, all right? 1 teaspoon baking powder, okay? This goes right in here, right? I'm gonna go 1/2 teaspoon of salt, okay? 1/2 teaspoon of salt right in here, boom. Next up, I'm gonna move on to my wet ingredients, okay? So I'm gonna hold this off to the side. My wet ingredients are gonna be creamed inside of here. So I need 1 cup, 8 ounces of butter that's soft, right? So I have here a pound of butter. I cut this in half. I have 8 ounces, okay? That's 1 cup of soft butter. Okay? And I'm gonna also add in my sugar. And my amount of sugar here is 1 1/2 cups. So 1 is my sugar, granulated sugar. So these days you gotta really make sure you know exactly, you got all different types of sugars out there. 1 1/2 cups. So for 1/2 cup, I go right here, 1 and 2, that's 1/4. Boom, there you have it, okay? So in here, let's cream this together till it gets soft and a little bit kind of light and fluffy. So in here, I like to lock it in, okay? Stand mixer. Don't turn it on, don't crank it up right away. You're gonna make it a big mess, but we're just gonna start to slowly beat this together. Okay, I'll slow it down just a little bit. Let's give it a few minutes to get going. Over here, I'm gonna sift together these ingredients. Okay, I have my little sieve right here, a sifter. right? Like 1, 2, 3, really simple. The other ingredients I have are 2 eggs and a little bit of vanilla extract. That's gonna go with my wet ingredients. And I'll show you what that looks like, what it started like. Now if that climbs up the side, I turn it off. I push the butter back down, continue the process, all right? Here, I'm gonna start to sift. Sifting over this. You can put it in a bowl if you like. I like to use this parchment paper because I'll show you what that looks like after and why. It makes it a lot easier to put into our mixer. Okay. Sifting the flour. This is making sure that it's clean. This kind of lightens up all the granules so everything kind of works really well. Helps the cookies come out and mix really well. All right. Super fun baking. I preheated my oven already to 350 degrees. And today we're also going to be using the convection microwave to do a little baking too. So it's super fun. Okay. I'm sifted out. All right. So that's all sifted up here. Let's continue on this side. I'm going to kind of cream this butter and sugar, turn it off again. Use my hand, push this down in here, okay? There you go. All right, so I'll get my eggs ready. 2 eggs, a little bit of vanilla. I can add in my vanilla right here. It's going to be 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, 1 teaspoon. 1, 2. Okay, boom. One thing about sometimes baking is so different is that you end up having to have a lot of patience right now. So that's not something that somebody like myself have been trained in the cooking side, the hot side of the kitchen. I'm not full of a ton of patience, but I will tell you, I did practice all these recipes and they all work really well. So I'm excited to say that this is a lot of fun. My soon-to-be wife's children love to bake. Joselle loves to bake, and she's kind of our resident cookie baker at home. I'll walk in, I'll start cooking, and she's got cookies going on the side. I mean, I'm surprised I don't weigh 300 pounds after getting around her baking. So she learned all that skill from her mom. So this is kind of creaming together till nice and soft. I'm gonna show that to you before we add the eggs. Okay, so what does that look like? Okay, see how the kind of butter and the sugar is kind of creamed together right now? Right, this is what we're after. Okay, temperature-wise, looking good. Lock it down, lock it down. Let's continue. I like till it's off the paddle. That's when I know I get the right consistency. It's gonna add a little bit of airiness. It's gonna add a little bit of smoothness and richness. This keeps these nice and soft. Okay, so let's add the eggs next. We won't add the eggs super fast, but 2 whole eggs. Okay. 1 here. Sometimes in baking, I remember if I'm not correct, I might crack it over here. If you wanted to make sure that you don't drop in the shells or you don't get any shells in there, hard to fish those out of a batter. Okay, so crack the egg first. Okay. That's the second one goes in. Nice egg bowl. Now I start to get a little moisture in here. This is kind of creamy now. I can see the color from the nice, beautiful local egg yolks. And then slowly, I'm gonna add this flour sifted in. The reason I do my dry ingredients on a parchment paper is I can pick them up and slowly put them in without making too big of a mess. But I won't guarantee that I won't make a mess. All right, you can already tell here. This is a little smaller than we're used to, but there we go. Okay. If anyone doesn't think I'm going to make a mess, I know the guys here filming, the team here filming today, has me down for making a mess. Okay. Adding in my flour slowly. Okay, kind of let that work a little bit. There we go. Okay. And basically, folks, we're almost done making this recipe. That is kind of one of the more fun things. I like to get all this kind of the mise en place together, right? We're gonna get the mise en place all together. We're gonna bake all our doughs today, or get all our batters done, if you will, cookie dough batter done. And then we'll go back and bake them. Okay, maybe I had a little too fast there. Oh yeah. Work, baby, work. Okay, up she comes here. This machine's gonna get a good workout today. All right. Tuck this off here. There we go. Okay. Cookie dough. Clean the bowl out a little bit here. Get a little more stuff to add in. Okay, this one here, for this recipe today, this now gets put into the refrigerator. I'm gonna dust a little bit more. I'm gonna add this in just by hand, yeah. Okay? Why not? Turn around, save that for after. Okay, that machine was working pretty hard. I can add the rest of this by hand. All I'm gonna do, just like working any other dough, this gets me really happy to be able to use my hands too. So let's kind of work it here, okay? Feed in the rest of the dry ingredients. Now this recipe, this cookie dough, this is just a simple, softer dough to make. We're gonna use this to make shapes. Okay, we're gonna do the shapes, the Christmas cookie cutter shapes. So now we just need to put this, wrap it up. Okay, that needs to be put into the refrigerator for about an hour to chill. Okay, so I'm gonna move that off to the side. I've already got that one dough done. So we'll come back and visit that to roll that out in a little bit. Wrap this up. I made this morning, wrapped it up, put it in so we can kind of press it around. All right. So pretty easy here, rolling pin. A little bit of flour if we need it. Shouldn't really be too sticky at all. Okay. Again, something fun for the kids to do. Roll it out. Take your favorite shape. Let's do a Christmas tree. Try to get it nice and even. Okay. Let's do a gingerbread person. Gingerbread person. Gingerbread person is perfect. Okay, so you continue, roll this together, right? Continue to use the same dough. You just kind of work this dough out. Make that ginger person a friend. Use any shape you want. You can use stars. You can use anything you like, okay? Get the idea of that right here. Then another baking sheet. Our little people on here. 2, holiday cheer. Do one more tree too. Now you can use all different recipes of all different types of cookies you can do. These seem to be the most popular ones. Okay, cut it. All right, these are gonna go right in the oven next. And then our last cookie that we had is gonna be the cookies that we wanna decorate, all right? And to keep us rolling along, okay? These are gonna be our little people that we wanna decorate. Okay, so I have some trees, little Christmas trees. And this is just on the soft sugar cookie. I also have some ginger people, okay? And then really get to have the kids, let the kids come in and have some fun. All right, so as we go through here, these ones shaped up real nice. And they're gonna be a little bit warm, but I'll just kind of give you a, you can kind of take a look what you think. All right, this is just a little decorative icing, okay? You can make your own, you can do anything you kind of want in this case here. All right, these are a little warm. Okay, bop, bop, bop. Right, maybe some of the nice little sprinkles on top. You can really kind of get down, woo, all those things everywhere. You can kind of really get down and kind of decorate it any way you like in this case here. For all intents and purposes here, we're just kind of showing the cookie recipe itself. Okay, a little tree action. Okay. Right, and you can see right there, we have 4 different types of holiday cookies. That one's not my favorite, but you know, you gotta check it out, right? So you have soft ginger cookies, ginger snaps, peanut butter and chocolate cookies here, and then a really simple little spread too warm right here. Let these cool before you decorate them, but just a really simple sugar cookie that cuts out really well. And you can use any shape and any decoration you like. And we wish you the most happiest holiday season. And I gotta tell you, the ZLINE ovens work amazing because if I can bake, you can bake, okay? And I guarantee you that you'll have more success than I, and you'll have a lot of fun. And if you can get the kids involved, absolutely do it. You know, it's a lot of fun to kind of step out, do this, and when you have great equipment, it makes life a heck of a lot easier. So we wish you a happy holidays and enjoy your ginger people.